cold, dark lands that border the North Sea, the gods of war hold sway. Marauders wreak their destruction on men, women, and children. Their goals: pillage, slaughter, and rape.
Have you done this sort of thing before?
Me? Of course. I've been looting and pillaging up and down the coast.
Looting and pillaging, eh?
Yes.
What about the raping?
Shut up.
Well, it's obvious you haven't raped anyone in your life. Shh. Do you like women?
Huh? Of course I like women. I love them.
You don't love me.
Well, no, I don't. Mind you, I'm not saying I couldn't get to like you. As a matter of fact, I actually prefer it if there's some sort of mutual feeling between two people.
What? Rape?
Well, no. Obviously, then it wouldn't be rape, then, would it?
Get it over with.
I don't suppose that, you do like me at all?
What do you expect? You come in here, burn my village, kill my family, and try to rape me. You don't like it, do you?
Well, I just think it's a little bit crude, that's all.
What about all the killing and looting? That's just as crude, isn't it?
Well, you have to do them.
Why? Why have you got to go around killing and looting all the time?
To pay for the next expedition, of course.
But that's a circular argument. If the only reason for the expedition is the killing and looting, and the only reason for the killing and looting is to pay for the next expedition, they cancel each other out.
Stop talking as if we're married.
Well, you started it.
Well, I just said I didn't feel like raping you.
And I was just saying that rape is no more pointless and crude than all the killing and looting.
Scream.
Ah.
Louder.
Ah! Rape!
Oh. Thanks.
Right. Where?
He raped me standing up.
You finished then?
I suppose so.
Right.
Erik runs his sword through the girl's assailant, but in doing so, fatally wounds the girl herself.
Thanks for saving me from a fate worse than death.
I didn't mean to.
Oh, that's all right then. It's the thought that counts.
You told them I raped you. Why?
I don't know. You looked so vulnerable.
Why should you care?
Why should you care?
Tell me your name. Tell me, what is it?
What's the matter? We're missing the fun.
What's it all about, Grandpa?
What?
Well, we toil and labor, we loot and pillage, we rape and kill, and yet, why are you talking this piffle, son? Where does it all get us, Grandpa?
Who you been talking to?
I met this girl.
Woman. There's always a woman who causes all the trouble.
She got me thinking.
So, what'd you do to her?
I killed her.
That's my boy.
Freya! 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 Freya!
Freya?
Ah, Erik the Viking. What can you want with me, Erik the Viking?
I'm sorry, I shouldn't have come.
Afraid they will make fun of you for listening to an old woman's stories? Young men only interested in fighting and killing.
Yes, but has it always been like that? Since the beginning of time?
What do you see, Erik?
I see the world.
Is it night or day, Erik?
Well, it is day, of course, Freya.
Is it winter or summer, Erik?
Well, the winter is past. It is summer.
Have you ever seen the sun, Erik?
No, it is up beyond the clouds where it always is.
But have you ever seen it?
course not.
Think back.
I remember once as a child, I dreamed it was as if the whole sky were blue.
Was blue, Erik, once. The old stories tell of an age that would come such as this, when Fenrir the wolf would swallow the sun, and a great winter would settle on the world. It was to be an axe age, a sword age, a storm age, when brother would turn against brother and men would fight each other until the world was finally destroyed.
And this is the age of Ragnarok. Wait, Freya. Is there nothing men can do?
The gods are asleep, Erik.
Well, I will go and wake them up then. Tell me what I must do.
Erik, far out in the midst of the Western Ocean, there is a land. Men call it High Brasil. There you will find a horn. This horn is called resounding. You must take the horn resounding, and 3 times you must blow it. The first note will take you to Asgard. The second note will awaken the gods. And the third note will bring you home. But remember, Erik, once you are in the spell of the horn, hatred will destroy you.
Will the dead ever return, Freya?
That I cannot tell you.
Erik, what are you doing? Thorfinn just said that Sven's grandfather died of old age. He must fight to the death.
That's right! Sven must come back.
Aren't you afraid of death, Thorfinn Skullsplitter?
Not death by the sword. Means I shall drink in Valhalla with the great warriors.
You, Sven, aren't you afraid of crossing the Rainbow Bridge to Asgard?
I will join my grandfather there. He's not in Valhalla. He died of old age.
There's only one way to settle it.
He must kill me.
There is another way!
Who gets killed?
Nobody gets killed. We'll be dangerous. Maybe none of us will return.
Oh, well, that's much more sensible than just Thorfinn getting killed. Shall we all go and pack now?
What are you talking about, Erik?
What if we could find Bifrost, the Rainbow Bridge? Find it and cross it.
Look, you can't find somewhere that doesn't exist.
Shut up.
Right?
Well, only the dead reach Asgard, Erik.
What's the matter? Are you afraid to try?
Of course, we're not afraid to try, but...
But what?
But
What? Nobody's ever crossed the Rainbow Bridge to Asgard.
Well, we'd be the first.
You mean we'd be dead?
No, we would be the first living men to set foot in the halls of the gods. But how? I don't know. But I'm not afraid to try.
Well, I'm not afraid of anything. Neither am I.
Then you'll come.
Soon, a longship is under construction. Loki, the blacksmith's assistant, sidles up to his master, Kettle.
Wish you were going to. Aren't too busy. You just can't make enough swords and spears and knives and daggers to satisfy the demand. If this is the age of Ragnarok, Kettle Blacksmith, it is good to us.
Can't make enough swords. Can't make enough axe heads.
But Kettle, if Erik ever finds the horn resounding, if he ever crosses Bifrost, the Rainbow Bridge, if he ever wakens the gods...
They chase Fenrir the wolf from the sky.
The age of Ragnarok ends and...
The bottom falls out of the sword business.
It's not just your livelihood at stake, but your sons and, well, the livelihood of all blacksmiths.
My brother blacksmiths.
That's right.
And the blacksmith's code says that we must...
Honor and protect all blacksmiths.
Together we stand.
You just can't let Erik do that.
Sometime later, the longship completed, the menfolk prepare to take their leave. Among them, Thorfinn Skullsplitter is attended by his frail, grey-haired old mother.
Got both axes.
Yes, Mother.
Something to sharpen them with.
Yes, Mom.
Don't forget. Never let your enemy get behind you.
No, Mother.
Keep your sword greased.
Yes, Mother. Goodbye, Dad. Don't forget to wash. You know, all over. No, Dad.
And if you have to kill somebody, kill them. Don't stop to think about it.
I never do.
In another part of the village, Sven the Berserk is being lectured by his father.
It's a tradition. I know, Dad.
You told me...
I was a berserk for King Harold Fairhair.
You went berserk?
I went berserk in every battle I ever fought for King Harold.
So did your father.
So did my father and his father before him.
But it's a responsibility.
It's a responsibility being a berserk.
I must only let
You must only let the red rage take hold of you in the thick of battle.
I know! I've heard it all 1,000 times!
No. You'll never make a berserk if you let it out. Now you'll have nothing left for battle.
Finally, the ship is loaded and the entire village assembles for last farewell.
We'll be off now.
Say something a little more than that.
Oh, right. Don't be sad. You all know why we're going, so don't grieve. Maybe untold dangers do lie ahead of us, and some of you may well be looking at the ones you love for the last time, but don't grieve. You see, even if the hordes of Muspel tear us limb from limb, or the fire giants burn each and every one of us to a cinder, even if we're swallowed by the dragon of the North Sea, or if we fall off the edge of the world, don't cry. No, don't cry.
It's all fantasy. There is no edge of the world. There is no dragon of the North Sea.
That's what you say.
What's the matter with them?
Say something cheerful.
Well, cheers, everybody. Please, everybody, keep calm. Listen, it's not certain all of us are going to die. In any case, we may not die hideous deaths.
We best be going.
Right, farewell, and for the last time, may the god...
Don't say anything else.
Wait, Erik. You can't go without me. We'll sharpen your swords and mend your shields.
Oh, no! I want him too.
What's the matter now?
If Kettle Blacksmith goes with you, we'll have no one to do the things he did for us.
I'll sharpen our knives and mend our pans.
Well, you have Loki, Kettle's assistant, to do all that.
Loki?
What's the matter with Loki? He's become quite good at blacksmithing.
Yes, but...
He's so small and...
Oh, yes! We've got Loki, that's true.
Meanwhile, Loki approaches a grim castle some miles away.
What's your business?
I wish to speak to Halfdan the Black.
He's too busy.
I have money, see?
Ah, the blacksmith's assistant from Ravensfjord.
My lord Halfdan the Black.
You brought me more swords.
I bring more than swords. I bring a warning from my master.
A warning?
Erik and the men of Ravensfjord are setting off to cross the Western Ocean.
Lucky things. I could do with a holiday, I could tell you. All this financial work, you know. The stress really gets you.
They seek to drive Fenrir the Wolf from the sky, to waken the gods, and to bring the age of Ragnarok to an end.
End Ragnarok?
What do they think they are?
So why should you tell me all this?
Because, my lord, my livelihood depends on Ragnarok. Like yours.
And, of course, if anything should happen to your master, you would become blacksmith of Ravensfjord.
Back in Ravensfjord, the Vikings take their places in the longship.
Hey, you two, what's going on?
I was sitting there. Leave sitting here. Need a bit of luck. Look, I bagged it last week.
Doesn't matter where you sit.
Yes, it does. We could be at sea for months.
What difference does it make where you're sitting?
I am not sitting behind Snorri all that time.
Thank you very much indeed.
Stop it.
So nice to feel wanted.
Sen, sit back there. I think you better sit here, and Harold, sit here.
Trust me to get the missionary.
What are you doing here?
You might need a real berserk.
I am one, Dan.
But we haven't got a spare place.
You can have my place. I don't really want to go anyway.
Well, you are.
We could have Bjorn's place. Bjorn's not coming.
What's the matter with Bjorn?
Nothing. Halfdan the Black chopped off both his hands last night.
He was lucky.
Well, sit there.
You can't have Sven's dad sitting next to Sven. They'll argue the whole time.
Oh, that's true. Sven, sit behind Thorfinn. And you sit there, and you sit there, and you sit there.
Now you've got all the big ones on one side.
All right, Thangbrand sit where Ornulf is. Ornulf sit where Ulf is. Ulf sit where Thangbrand was. Ragnar, sit behind Thorfinn. Thorfinn, stay where you are.
Oh, I wanted to sit next to Leif.
Shut up. Sven, switch with Snorri. Snorri, sit behind Sven. Kettle, sit here. Harold there. Leif there. Bjarni there.
Now you got all the ones with beards on one side and all the moustaches on the other.
That doesn't matter.
Wait! Erik, wait! Here, son. Your father always made sure he could rest his head at night.
I can't take that on a voyage.
It was your father's. It was the pillow he took with him. Well, he said it once saved his life. Please.
Thanks, Mom.
But finally, Golden Dragon set sail.
Have a good look. That's the last we shall see of old Norway. Goodbye home. Goodbye loved ones. Goodbye lunch.
Oh, shut up. You know, my son, our Lord said...
Your Lord.
Quite. My Lord said, the prayer of faith shall save the sick.
I hope the Dragon of the North Sea gets you and your Lord.
Darkness and ignorance.
You all right?
No, I'm not.
You don't need to feel bad about being seasick, you know.
Well, how can you help feeling bad when you're seasick?
I mean, many of the greatest sailors were pukers.
I know.
Olaf Tryggvason used to throw up on every single voyage, the whole time, non-stop. Puke, puke, puke.
Look, I don't feel bad about it. I just feel ill.
Used to puke in his sleep.
Oh, bastard!
Suddenly, a black sail appears on the horizon.
Talking about?
Bring up the oars. Come on, move it!
But we've only just started cooking supper.
It's half done at black.
I know. Snorri, get your oar out.
Do you suppose he wants to stop us waking the gods?
What do you think?
Well, how could he know it?
So, you're gonna run away from him, are you, Erik?
Row, Thorfinn Skull Splitter. And you, Kettle Blacksmith. I gave an order. What didn't you hear? We'll never get anywhere if we fight. Row! Row!
Faster.
We can't keep this up.
Row! 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 Row!
Gates of the world.
What?
We've passed through the gates of the world. Now we're in the unknown.
Suddenly, in the mist above them, there appears a bright light.
I never thought I should live to see the sun again.
Where? So that is what the sun looks like. Should the sun do that?
Excuse me, what are you looking at?
It's not a sun.
What is it?
It's the Dragon of the North Sea. Look out! Right overboard! You must kill!
Erik remembers the feather pillow his mother had made him take on the journey.
That was a saying. He had to take 40 weeks in the middle of a battle. Has anybody told him we got a dragon eating our boat?
Climbs onto the dragon's nose and stuffs the pillow into its nostrils, ripping it open with his sword. The dragon breathes in, and the feathers disappear straight up its nose. It gives an almighty sneeze, and Golden Dragon is blown through the sky to land miles and miles away. And the broken Viking ship inevitably starts to sink beneath the waves.
This is hopeless.
Let's all sing something.
Anyone know any good drowning songs?
Listen, maybe we won't get to High Brazil. Maybe we won't find the horn resounding, but at least we've tried. And at least we shall have died like men.
Like fish.
Shut up. Eric's right. We'll all meet in Valhalla.
Oh, I don't want to die.
Look, isn't there anybody who would like to be christened before we go down? It can't do you any harm.
What do we have to do?
Nothing at all. I simply immerse you in water.
Oh, get lost.
Right.
Wait!
What is it?
Where's the dragon again?
No, it isn't.
The sun! That's it!
The sky is blue.
The sun! Erik!
Look!
Erik and his men discover they have foundered in a pleasant cove overlooked by the towers and terraces of a beautiful city. Just by the beach, Thorfinn's skullsplitter sees an inhabitant asleep under a tree. Cautiously, he approaches the figure.
She's got no clothes on.
It's disgusting. Get her weapons. She hasn't got any. She must have a knife.
What kind of place is this?
Maybe they've got weapons we haven't even dreamed of.
Let's hack her to pieces.
No!
What else do we do?
How about making friends?
Friends?
What's wrong with making friends?
You don't go through all the hardships of an ocean voyage to make friends.
We can make friends at home.
Welcome.
What did you say?
I said you're welcome.
Welcome.
Well, of course. We always welcome friends.
How do you know we're friends?
Well, everyone's friends here on High Brazil.
High Brazil? Is this High Brazil?
Well, of course. These? What are those?
What?
Those things in your hand.
These? These? What are these?
Yes.
They're swords.
Oh, no!
What?
Oh, no, put them down! Oh, please, please, put them down! Oh, please, you don't know what you're doing! Oh, make them put them down!
Why?
Yeah, why?
Why?
Yes.
But surely you know.
No.
No, what?
Well, the wonderful blessing under which we live here on High Brazil.
No, we don't.
For the gods decreed that if ever swords spilled human blood upon these shores, the whole of High Brazil would sink beneath the waves.
That's terrible.
You mean if just one person gets killed?
This whole place would sink.
Yes.
You mean you can't kill anybody?
Right. Isn't it wonderful?
But how do you take revenge?
How do you punish people?
How do you defend yourselves?
We don't have to. We're all terribly nice to each other.
All the time?
Well, of course. We have to be.
Being nice to each other is what it's all about.
You see, we're terribly nice to each other. We're friendly, bold, and free. We never say anything nasty, because we dare not. No, sorry. Would you like us to sing for you?
Sing? Well, that's very kind of you, but we're in a hurry, and...
What's the matter? Don't you want to hear us singing?
Oh, well, yes, of course. It's just we're looking for the horn resounding, and...
You don't think our singing is going to be good enough for you?
No. It's just the horn resounding is...
A lot of people like our singing, you know.
Well, I'm sure it's lovely.
But you don't want to hear it.
No. We'd love to hear it, wouldn't we?
Yes. Well, you'll have to ask us really nicely.
Well, we'd be terribly grateful if you would sing for us.
You're just saying that.
Well, of course it is!
Of course we're not. We would genuinely like to hear you sing.
Really?
Really?
And you're not just saying that because you think we want you to?
No.
Right. Summon the musicians. We'll do the one that goes tum-tum-tum-tum-ti-tum-tum. But it's not the one we're best at.
Could we do the one that goes tum-ti-tum-ti-tum-ti-tum?
Not when we've got visitors. Ah, the musicians. Good day, I'm sure you're not going to like this. No good. We're just not a musical nation.
No. It was very
Nice. Really? Now, I want you to be absolutely, totally, genuinely honest with me. Did you really, truly, honestly like it?
No.
They didn't like it. Oh, my God, I want to die.
Your Majesty, we come from a world where there is no music, where Fenrir the wolf covers the sun, a world where men live and die by the axe and by the sword.
Well, how do you think I feel?
The gods are asleep, King Arnulf.
You try and be nice to people when they're rude about your singing.
We must find the horn resounding. Is it here on High Brazil?
I tell you what. Yes. We'll do the one that goes tum-tum-tum-ti-tum-tum. Perhaps you'll like that one better.
Sometime later, Erik finds himself deeply in love with Aud, the king's daughter. He also finds himself in bed with her.
Have you ever felt like this about anyone else?
You mean, got into bed with him?
No. Of course not, silly. No, I mean, felt like this about them.
You mean you have got into bed with somebody else?
No. I mean, have you ever felt that for the first time in your life, you've met someone you really can believe in with your whole heart? Someone whose goals suddenly seem to be your goals. Whose dreams become your dreams.
Have you ever been to bed with anyone else?
Where'd you gone about that? You felt like this before.
Oh, it was different.
What was she like?
Well, I didn't know her very well.
But you loved her all the same.
We never went to bed together.
Why'd you go on about that? What does it matter?
You have been to bed with somebody else, haven't you?
I've never loved anybody.
I've never been to bed with anybody.
Aud, open up.
It's my father.
Princess Aud throws a piece of cloth over Eric's head, and he stands there naked and rooted to the spot.
Oh, no. Halfdan.
I will walk right in and surprise you. What? Right. Well, where is he?
Who, Father?
Who? Whoever you've got in here, of course.
Well, there's no one, Father.
I smell one of those foreigners. That's who it is, isn't it? It's the fifth one this week. All right, where is he?
There's no one here, Father. Look for yourself.
Oh, yeah, more visitors.
It's all in your own mind, Father. It's you who's always imagining that I'm up here with some man or other.
I sometimes think you've got some of your mother's magic in you.
There's no magic, Father. My mother had no magic.
Oh, she did, I tell you. She could blind me as easily as the night the day.
Oh, it's your fantasy.
But I'll catch you, like I got her.
The cloak invisible. It was my mother's parting gift.
Fifth one this week. Have my shirt back,
Oh,
please.
for goodness sake.
I thought you said it was something special.
Eric, that's just what I'm trying to tell you. You are.
This week coming the week before.
Oh, you're as bad as my father.
And the week before that?
Eric! Eric!
Yes?
I just want to help you to get to Asgard.
Mustn't let him land. Left in the black.
Feels strange.
What? Sort of wobbly and excited.
Sort of.
Well, that's fear.
Thorfinn doesn't know the meaning of fear. Is it sort of like a sinking feeling in your stomach?
That's it.
You're not even afraid of death, Thorfinn.
I know.
It's magic. What magic?
I've heard of a magic that strikes fear into the heart so you cannot fight.
I can feel it.
I always feel like this.
It's not magic. It's just a trick. Don't you feel it?
All right. If they're using magic,
we'll use a magic of our own.
Why didn't you come up by the stairs?
just give me a hand.
I mean, you could have killed yourself.
Where's Cloak Invisible?
Why?
I can't see it. Have you got another man in here already?
It's in the chest. There isn't another man. Oh, no, no.
I'll bring it back.
No, Erik, you don't understand.
No, it's you who doesn't understand. Halfdan the Black has come to kill and destroy. We brought him here. We must stop him.
Erik, you don't realize that...
Goodbye, all.
No, wait, Erik! Look, invisible. It only seems to work on my father.
And a sort of slightly sick feeling.
That's right. And you keep wanting to go to the toilet.
Oh, yes. I've noticed that.
Shut up, you two. You're making us all nervous.
Eric and his men prepare for battle.
Halfdan the Black's using magic, is he? Well, I have here a magic to match his.
What is it? A magic dishcloth.
To the oars! Ho! Ho! Ho!
What magic have you brought?
All right. Here it is. Here's the magic from the king's daughter.
Huh? How did he do that, then?
Do what?
Vanish.
He hasn't.
Where is he, then?
He's there! Would you have done it?
Oh, yes.
Thinking himself invisible, Erik leaps aboard Halfdan the Black's ship.
Oh, scary, scary. Don't we look mean? You can't see me, but I can see you.
Halfdan's men are dumbfounded.
What's the matter? Haven't you seen anybody fight before?
No, they're usually too scared of us.
Kill him.
There! That's a true berserk.
I'm just building up to it, Dad.
The bear's gone. I'm the blacksmith's coat.
I am the air. I am the wind.
Fight, damn you, fight! Well, go on, go berserk!
I'll give it a chance, Dad!
Not you, why don't you go berserk?
I'm going to keep my eye on him!
Stop it! Look out!
As the tide of battle turns against him, Halfdan makes his escape.
Now row! Row, you moron!
Sophie! You can't die! I'm not frightened of anything.
You'll see my grandfather in Valhalla.
No, he's not. Not there.
Tell him I'm coming.
Eventually, only one of Halfdan's dog-headed warriors is left.
Wait! Erik! Erik, wait!
Loki, what are you doing here?
Halfdan wanted to stop you waking the gods, so I disguised myself to sabotage their plans to save you, Erik.
But
it was my Master Kettle's idea, wasn't it, Kettle?
well, I yes, I thought that. But how is it that you can see me? You can all see me.
What do you mean?
Why shouldn't we see you?
Well, I'm wearing the cloak invisible. You mean you could all see me this whole time?
Weren't we supposed to?
Oh, I feel a little.
Erik, we are grateful to you and to your men.
Yes, we are.
And there is only one way we know to repay you. Musicians!
We would love to hear you sing again, but what we'd really appreciate would be if you could see your way to lending, not giving, of course, but just lending us the, well, to be quite blunt, the horn resounding.
It's yours.
Is that it?
Is there something the matter with it?
No, it's just I didn't expect it to be quite so big.
Well, it's not called the horn resounding for nothing, you know. You do know how to play the horn, do you?
What?
You do know how to play the horn, do you?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Then I expect you will be leaving first thing in the morning, eh?
That night, as the other Vikings sleep, Loki approaches his master, Kettle Blacksmith.
Kettle Blacksmith, have you forgotten why you came on this voyage? Do you want Erik to
to wake the gods.
How can we stop him now?
Take this and throw it from the cliff heights. They'll never be able to make the horn resounding sound without it.
Why me? Why don't you do it?
Harry, surely you haven't forgotten your blacksmith's oath.
Harry.
Or I might have to tell Erik why you really came on this voyage.
And so, on a high cliff top, Kettle prepares to throw the mouthpiece of the horn resounding far out to sea.
The blacksmith's code.
Kettle?
What?
What are you doing, Kettle Blacksmith?
Get away, Snorri.
What have you got there?
Get off! Snorri! Get...
In the struggle, Loki sneaks up behind Snorri and stabs him in the back. A drop of blood falls to the ground, and the 1,000-year-old curse is fulfilled.
What have we done?
High Brazil starts to sink.
Stay calm. This is not happening. Now, I know what some of you must be thinking. The day has come, we're all going to go down, etc., etc. But let's get away from the fantasy and look at the facts. Our safety regulations are the most rigorous in the world. We're all nice to each other. We never rub each other up the wrong way or contradict each other, do we? No.
We do seem to be going down quite fast, Your Majesty. Not trying to contradict you, of course.
No, of course you're not, citizen. But let's stick to the facts. The threat of total destruction has kept the peace here in High Brazil for 1,000 years. So whatever else is happening, you can rest assured High Brazil is not sinking. Repeat, not sinking.
May I just make a point in support of what King Arnulf just said?
Oh, we'd be delighted, wouldn't we?
Yes! We'd certainly like to hear what
Save yourselves! High Brazil is sinking!
Oh, but you don't know our safety precautions.
It can't happen.
But it is, look!
I've already appointed the Chancellor as chairman of a full committee of inquiry into exactly what is going on. And in the meantime, I suggest we have a sing-song.
Good idea.
Excuse me. You hit him. Well, that's what you're supposed to do.
Erik and his men are rescued by the resourceful Princess Ord at the helm of Golden Dragon.
I think we're getting better.
How can you tell?
Father!
So I'm not happening.
Father, it is!
Get on board!
No thanks.
Who do you think you are? Come on, over here!
Yeah, leave him alone.
Sinking! High Brazil is sinking!
Well, my dear, I think you'll find all a question of what you want to believe in, and I happen to have more experience in these matters than you do, I think.
It's times like this, my child, when this book cannot write.
We must blow the first note. The note that will take us to Asgard.
Over the edge of the world.
We are going where only the dead have been before. Here, let me have a go.
So smart. You're not using the right technique.
No, I'm doing it!
No.
Because you're always telling me! Stop it! Why can't you let me do something for myself? That's the one!
Don't fight. We're never going to get where we want to go if you fight.
Don't blow it, you don't know what might happen.
Has not spoken for 1,000 years. Let's bring it to life with a kiss.
As the note from the horn resounding grows louder and louder, the sea begins to boil and then to run like a river, sweeping Golden Dragon towards the edge of the world.
What are you doing? I am doing!
Shut up!
She wants to kill us!
She wants to take us off the edge of the world!
There is no edge of the world.
You do want to get to Asgard, don't you? How do we know that's the way?
We blew the horn resounding!
She blew the horn resounding!
Don't you see, Erik? She wants revenge! What are you talking about?
Get up!
She knows it was our fault! No, Loki! I should never have listened to you!
You've lost your mind! We came to stop you waking the gods, Erik, but I didn't want anyone to get hurt! I should have got rid of you long ago! Like you got rid of Snorri!
Kettle throws Loki into the maelstrom.
The smell of the horn! Hatred will destroy us!
Hatred will destroy you.
He killed Snorri! He caused the land of Hyberville to sink! She knew!
I didn't know!
Now she wants to take us over the edge of the world!
How else is it we're gonna get to Asgard?
There's only one road before us, and it leads over the edge of the world!
No! Don't look over the edge! Don't!
Let me see!
No, don't look! The abyss will suck away your strength!
I must look! Get off! Come hold this!
The golden dragon is swept through the mists to emerge at a waterfall of seas, stretching on either side as far as the eye can see.
What did I say?
The edge of the world. Above them is the blue sky. Below them, at their feet, the dark abyss of stars.
You still want to get to Asgard?
Of course!
Then let go!
As Erik lets go of the rope, the ship shoots off over the edge of the world, and the Vikings find themselves dropping through the void of space. At last, Golden Dragon comes to rest in a vast wilderness of ice.
Wake up. Wake up. Are we dead? Bifrost. The Rainbow Bridge.
The Vikings gaze in awe as the ever-changing lights of the Aurora Borealis dance across the sky and then fade to reveal a vast citadel perched on a mountain top.
Asgard. Where?
Up there, you fathead!
Look at it. It's real.
Blow the second note.
The second note. The note to wake the gods.
Once again, everything vibrates, even the stars, and then an extraordinary thing happens. As the magic note of the horn resounding fades, the stars, one by one, fall out of the sky and form a starry pathway leading up to Asgard.
Erik, you've done what you came to do.
Not quite.
Blow the third note. The note to take you home.
There's something I must ask the gods.
No living man has ever entered the halls of Asgard. The gods will never let you return.
I have to go.
Then I shall come too.
No.
I don't want to live without you.
I came here to find someone. I'm sorry. I really am.
And so they climb the staircase of stars to the city of the gods.
Valhalla. You see? It's solid. It's real.
Now do you believe us?
There's nothing there. Ah! You're all having me on, aren't you?
Doesn't exist for him.
He hasn't got an ounce of faith in him.
It's Valhalla, where the warriors slain in battle go.
As they make their way through the mighty halls of Valhalla, they begin to hear voices. But they are not the voices of slain warriors carousing in the mead hall.
Oh, good, it's Mr. Wonderful.
I've come to take you back to the land of the living.
What a stupid idea.
Why?
Well, what's the point of being dead in the land of the living?
I'll ask the gods to give you life again. Who's he talking to? Shh. Right.
Have you ever tried asking the gods for anything?
No.
Odin?
I'm busy.
Odin. He's busy.
Is that Odin?
You'll have to wait till he's finished his game.
Odin! We come from the world of Midgard.
Clear off. Oh, wait, Thor.
You have to help us.
We don't have to help anybody.
Fenrir the wolf covers the sun. Men fight and kill each other all the time. This is ridiculous.
Why should we care?
Because you're the gods.
So?
So bring the age of Ragnarok to an end and stop all this fighting and bloodshed.
Erik the Viking, the things you seek are not in our power. We don't make men love each other or hate each other.
But you're the gods.
Look, Erik.
From the darkness appear the shadows of the warriors slain in battle.
Dead.
How can you tell?
I'll never forget him.
That bastard! He drove me mad!
Is he dead?
You'll never be a berserk if you lose your temper! Thank you! I hate you! I hate you!
What right have you to try and stop men fighting, Erik the Viking? There is glory in battle, riches to be made and won.
Made by you, Loki.
By you, Kettle Blacksmith. Don't you know, Erik, that's why he went with you? Ragnarok was good for his business.
It's not my business anymore.
Fenrir the wolf is gone, Erik. But will men cease fighting each other? That is not in our power.
I have one more request before we return.
Return? You have set your foot in the halls of Asgard, Erik. You cannot return.
But it's all in your imagination. Whatever it is.
You're the only one who can do it. Please.
Go.
Harold Missionary, for whom Asgard still does not exist, walks straight out of Valhalla, unimpeded by doors or walls.
You mean we must stay here forever?
Stay here? This is Valhalla. This is reserved for those slain in battle.
Yeah, we're the lucky ones. It's better than dying of old age.
For you, there is only the pit of hell.
The pit of hell opens, and Erik and his men are sucked down. Erik manages to smash an axe into the side of the pit, and they hang there above the fires of hell. There seems to be no escape. When suddenly...
Listen! Listen! The third note!
I want to go home.
As the third note fades, Erik and his men find themselves plummeting down the pit of hell, not into the fiery furnace, but into the duck pond back in their own village of Ravensfjord.
Leave it! It brought us home! But who blew it? Keels for home!
But one last cruel twist of fate remains for Erik and his men.
Throw down your weapons or we kill the children. Well, now we'll kill the children anyway.
Mind your heads!
The sun rises on the Viking world. Erik and his men have achieved their mission. Ragnarok is over.